Welcome back, everybody. Here's a reminder from us here at Studio 512. It's okay to not be okay. After a personal tragedy involving her daughter's best friend, Amelia Floyd started the Engage and Heal Foundation. She, along with board member Kathleen Hassenfratz, are here to tell us more about the mental health resources their organization offers to Central Texas, and we're happy to have them in the studio. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie. We're so excited to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. And Amelia, I'm going to start with you. Talk to us about the starting of the Engage and Heal Foundation, because it starts, unfortunately, with a pretty sad story.
Well, it does. It started with the tragedy of my daughter's best friend dying by suicide. Eric had just finished his first year at A&M. He was a cadet in the Corps. He came home in May, and we saw things just spiral. And we decided that he needed some help. We couldn't get it. So I decided we needed to do something. And so now we focus on making sure that our youth have the tools and the education that they need to deal with their mental health struggles, whether it be anxiety, depression. There's so many, but those are our main focus.
Yeah. And we've heard, more and more over the last couple of years about how it's becoming an epidemic for our young people, these mental health struggles. So Kathleen, if you wouldn't mind, what are some of the biggest mental health obstacles facing our young folks today?
Yes, well, as a licensed therapist here in Texas and been in the field for 35 plus years, it's amazing to see the progression of the mental health disorders as they've been becoming more glaringly obvious. According to Mental Health America, nearly 5 million young adults between the ages of 15 to 18 have mental disorders, including depression. 3 million of those have been having suicidal ideation or thoughts about suicide. But I feel like the most alarming thing is 60% of that group, kids with depression in the ages of 12 to 18, let me correct that, have not gotten treatment. They don't know how to get treatment and how to lend themselves to even maybe asking. So that's part of why we're here today, is to start the conversation that leads to people feeling like they can ask for help.
Yeah. Something I'm unwinding myself is that I started choosing perfectionism to mask my depression, and I know that there are going to be some high achieving kids who probably don't know, there's still a stigma attached. They don't know that they can ask for help.
No, and we see that in our district, but Central Texas as a large group is not immune. I think that it's a very competitive world the young adults live in. More competitive than our worlds ever were. Completely, and we wonder, Amelia and I and the board talk about this, with the cell phone ban that our state has implemented, K through 12, where some kids have utilized that as a little bit of a way to lean into having conversations at lunch or just looking into things that interest them. They have nothing to lean into now. So we're going to have to teach conversation. We're going to have to teach, how do I connect with others? How do I learn to be authentic? And how do I ask for help if I need it? And have friends notice.
Yeah, have friends who are plugged in enough to be able to pick up on some of the signs and symptoms. So that's maybe something that I want to ask as well, Kathleen, you as a therapist, what might a caregiver, a teacher, a parent, a friend pick up on that could be some subtle signs of anxiety or depression going on?
Well, what we love about mental health literacy, Rosie, is that you learn the difference between a challenge, like I'm stressed out because there's a test coming up, and so I'm not sleeping as much, I feel anxious, versus I'm always feeling off. I feel like I can't sleep. It's been 2 or more weeks. I'm starting to feel disconnected. I don't want to be around people, and to have people realize that there's finite differences, but we can teach those in mental health literacy. That's the whole basis of mental health literacy. What does a disorder look like? The common ones, anxiety, depression, some OCD. What do I do if I notice that? How do I broach that conversation? And then what do we do next? And I think that's the pivotal piece. How do we get the help?
Coping mechanisms are very important to know. I mean, it could be so subtle, or it could lead to therapy. which is not a problem.
Not a problem.
No,
I'm in it myself.
Raise your hand.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But let's talk about the resources because when you guys started this foundation, it was let's help the kids, and now you've grown.
Yes.
So you have the ability to kind of get out ahead of
Yes.
maybe some problems that kids might start to run into.
So we're excited that we're starting this new program called Kickstart Your Wellness. And so we're trying to get kids involved in storytelling, telling their stories, telling their problems, their struggles, so that other kids and parents can see that they are not alone. And that the starting of a conversation is probably the best thing you can do. And in order to make sure that this grows, we're even starting it as a student ambassador program.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to have certain ambassadors. We actually have been talking with a couple of people right now. And should they complete their ambassadorship, they'll be eligible for a $2,500 scholarship at the end of the year.
Wonderful. So they're giving back to others, but they're also serving themselves.
Exactly.
100%.
And also our teachers. Our kids spend so much time with them every day, but our teachers need help as well. So we're excited that we renewed an online therapy platform that
I can
is
tell you two are close.
a platform that's called Anticipate Joy. So it's for faculty and teachers that they can get access to therapy anytime they want.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's available to anybody. It's like a piggy bank situation. But it's
Currently with LT at Lake Travis ISD right now, but definitely we're wanting to grow that as we are the ambassador program and just the mental health literacy components all around.
Somebody's got to care for the carers.
Someone's got to
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with those resources, as people are watching today, I'd like to know, Amelia, how can we support y'all? How can we help?
Well, you can go to our website, engageandheal.org. You can sign up for our newsletter. You get lots of resources there, lots of the events that we're going to be participating in. You can also go to our website and see our resource page, which is extremely vetted. We don't just throw up any organization. And you can also follow us on social media at Engage and Heal.
And sometimes even just the awareness of social media, us seeing, your posts pop up, that
Yes.
sort of thing, that can
Well,
help
and some
as
of
well.
the ambassadors we are hoping will begin to be our posters.
All right, I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
We'll have to leave it here, y'all, but thank you for
No,
what it
thank
is
you
you're
for
doing.
having
so
us,
much.
Rosie. It's really
Appreciate it.
fun.
I appreciate it. Guys, you can learn more about the organization and help support its mission at engageandheal.org.